When he turned his back from shoulder to shoulder, it looked like as wide as the tailgate of a truck.
And just darkness, literal darkness, just came like all over, just all over me except where I was standing.
This thing let out the most blood-curdling, mind-blowing, spine-tingling scream that you've ever heard in your life, and it cut through me like a knife.
And I knew that they were going to take me. I just knew it. And then the next thing I can remember is being levitated.
Well, when I look in there, I see two big eyes staring back at me.
Hello and welcome. You're listening to the Bump Podcast, a place for the believers of the unexplained, monsters, and paranormal. Join us, and we'll go face to face with what goes bump in the night.
Yeah, it was a recurring dream. And it happened a lot when I was a kid. I think as I got older, and I quit having the dream, but it was definitely a recurring dream, and it would scare me to death because I would, like I said, I'd be being dragged, by some invisible creature. I didn't know what it was, and I don't know where they were taking me. I don't remember anything because at some point I would just wake up and I wouldn't remember anything.
Not to make it worse, but I've heard people make connections with these kind of things to UFO abduction experiences.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of when I even think about it.
Because with the UFO following your car when you were a kid, when you were a baby, and then you're growing up hearing your name being called, seeing shadow people at night, and then you have these dreams, quote unquote dreams, of being dragged away. I hate to but man alive, that sounds like it could all be connected.
Believe me, it's crossed my mind before. It's definitely
broke up a little bit.
That, but it crosses your mind. You can't help it. Like you said, it's just especially when you hear about these things and listen to podcasts like your podcast or other people's podcasts, and I hear these stories from other people, and I'm like, but for the longest time I try to tell myself, oh, my story isn't that interesting, it's not that whatever, nobody will want to hear about that, that's not anything big, or but then sometimes when you sit and really think about it, you're like, and you try to put together all the pieces. But the weird thing is that as I got older, it became less. I didn't have those experiences as much.
Right.
There is one memory, and I told my mom about this not long ago. I said, "Do you know of any place in the woods that was like a dome-shaped house or building, and there was like, I said, and that had like vines growing on it. I said that may have." That we may have been known in the area, somewhere.
Yeah.
She's like, that doesn't, like, no, I don't know where that would be. She said, unless you were with your dad at the time, and he took you somewhere. She said, but I don't know, because I have this vivid memory of a building in the woods that's just covered, it's like a dome-shaped building, is covered with, a lot of it is covered with these growing vines.
Right.
And I can remember going inside and there being nothing but maybe a table and a chair in there.
Wow.
And it just, I can remember the lighting, I can remember so much of the place, and it seems like such a vivid memory. But then again, I'm like, is this a memory? Was this a dream? Was this, I don't know. I can't recall it enough to know what it was. If it was something real, if it was something I dreamed, or what. But it's stuck with me, and I don't know why that one place has stuck with me so much throughout my life.
And of course, it's dome shaped.
Yeah.
Like the top half of a UFO, Jason.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm sitting here, when I'm looking down, I'm taking notes. It's all knotted up together. I'm like, uh-oh. This all sounds really sketchy,
This, yeah. But for me, like I said, I didn't, for the longest time, didn't put any pieces together to think that these experiences may have even been together. And even till when I was talking to you today, I still didn't really put a lot of it together.
Yeah.
Until we were talking just now, like, and you began to say that, I'm like, whoa,